الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم ألم نشرح لك صدرك ووضعنا عنك وزرك الذي أنقض ظهرك ورفعنا لك ذكرك فإن مع العسر يسرا إن مع العسر يسرا فإذا فرغت فانصب وإلى ربك فارغب صدق الله العظيم.
صلوا على الحبيب صلى الله تعالى على محمد صلى الله تعالى عليه وسلم. مجھے در پہ پھر بلانا مدنی مدینے والے، مجھے در پہ پھر بلانا مدنی مدینے والے، مائے عشق بھی پلانا مدنی مدینے والے، میری آنکھ میں سمانا مدنی مدینے والے، بنے دل تیرا ٹھکانا، بنے دل تیرا ٹھکانا مدنی مدینے والے، مدنی مدینے والے، مدنی مدینے والے، تیری جب کی دید ہوگی جبھی میری عید ہوگی، میرے خواب میں تم آنا، میرے خواب میں تم آنا مدنی مدینے والے، مدنی مدینے والے، مدنی مدینے والے، مجھے سب ستا رہے ہیں، میرا دل دکھ رہا ہے، تم ہی حوصلہ بھرانا، تم ہی حوصلہ بھرانا مدنی مدینے والے، مدنی مدینے والے، مدنی مدینے والے، میرے سب عزیز چھوٹے، میرے یار بھی تو روٹھے، کہیں تم نہ روٹھ جانا، کہیں تم نہ روٹھ جانا مدنی مدینے والے، مدنی مدینے والے، مدنی مدینے والے، میں اگرچہ ہوں کمینہ تیرا ہوں شاہ مدینہ، مجھے سینے سے لگانا، مجھے سینے سے لگانا مدنی مدینے والے، مدنی مدینے والے، مدنی مدینے والے، تیرے در سے شاہ بہتر، تیرے آستاں سے بد کر ہے بھلا کوئی ٹھکانا، ہے بھلا کوئی ٹھکانا مدنی مدینے والے، مدنی مدینے والے، مدنی مدینے والے تیرا تجھ سے ہوں سوالی شاہ پھیرنا نہ خالی مجھے اپنا تم بنانا مجھے اپنا تم بنانا مدنی مدینے والے مدنی مدینے والے مدنی مدینے والے یہ مریض مر رہا ہے تیرے ہاتھ میں شفا ہے اے طبیب جلد آنا اے طبیب جلد آنا مدنی مدینے والے مدنی مدینے والے مدنی مدینے والے تو ہی انبیاء کا سرور تو ہی دو جہاں کا یاور تو ہی رہبر زمانہ تو ہی رہبر زمانہ مدنی مدینے والے مدنی مدینے والے مدنی مدینے والے تو ہی بے قصوں کا یاور اے میرے غریب پرور ہے سخی تیرا گھرانہ ہے سخی تیرا گھرانہ مدنی مدینے والے مدنی مدینے والے مدنی مدینے والے تو خدا کے بعد بہتر سبھی سے میرے سرور تیرا ہاشمی گھرانہ تیرا ہاشمی گھرانہ مدنی مدینے والے مدنی مدینے والے مدنی مدینے والے تیری فرش پر حکومت تیری عرش پر حکومت تو ہی شاہنشاہ زمانہ تو شاہنشاہ زمانہ مدنی مدینے والے مدنی مدینے والے مدنی مدینے والے تیرے خلق سب سے اعلیٰ تیرا حسن سب سے پیارا فدا تجھ پہ سب زمانہ فدا تجھ پہ سب زمانہ مدنی مدینے والے 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 لجپال نبی میرے درداں دی دوا دینا لجپال نبی میرے درداں دی دوا دینا لجپال نبی میرے درداں دی دوا دینا جدو وقت نزا آوے دامن دی ہوا دینا جد وقت نظارے دامن دی ہوا دینا میں نعت تیری پڑھنا میں ذکر تیرا کرنا میں نعت تیری پڑھنا میں ذکر تیرا کرنا اس ذکر دی برکت نال میری قبر وسا دینا اس ذکر دی برکت نال میری قبر وسا دینا اور دل روندا چاہتے جد لوگ مدینے نوں دل روندا جاندے نے جد لوگ مدینے نوں ہن سانوں وی آقا دربار دکھا دینا ہن سانوں وی آقا دربار دکھا دینا دل روندا جاندے نے جد لوگ مدینے نوں دل روندا میرا دل روندا میرا دل روندا میرا دل روندا دل روندا آقا دل روندا میرا دل روندا آقا دل روندا میرا دل روندا میرا دل روندا دل روندا جاندے نے جد لوگ مدینے نوں ہن سانوں وی آقا دربار دکھا دینا سرکار دی محفل وچ جھولیاں بچھا بیٹھے سرکار دی محفل وچ جھولیاں بچھا بیٹھے لاج رکھ لے وی لج پالا خالی نہ اٹھا دینا لاج رکھ لے وی لج پالا خالی نہ اٹھا دینا مارے چلیاں وے رو رو کے وچ ہجر دے محبوبہ ہن سانوں وی آقا دیدار کرا دینا ہن سانوں وی آقا دیدار کرا دینا اور صائم دی تمنا روے آنکھیں مدینے وچ پاوے تیبا دے کتیاں دے پیراں چ بٹھا دینا لجپال نبی میرے درداں دی دوا دینا جدو وقت نزا آوے دامن دی ہوا دینا جدو وقت نزا آوے دیدار کرا دینا
الحمدللہ رب العالمین والصلاة والسلام على سید الانبیاء والمرسلین أما بعد فأعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الصلاة والسلام عليك يا رسول الله
الصلاة والسلام عليك يا رسول الله
وعلى آلك وأصحابك يا حبيب الله
وعلى آلك وأصحابك يا حبيب الله
الصلاة والسلام عليك يا نبي الله
الصلاة والسلام عليك يا نبي
وعلى
الله
آلك وأصحابك يا نور الله.
وعلى آلك وأصحابك يا
There are many benefits and blessings of reciting Durood and Salam upon the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. The one who recites Durood, Salam, Salawat upon the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam once, Allah Azza wa Jalla writes for him 10 good deeds. Allah elevates his ranks 10 times and forgives 10 of his sins. Just by reciting Durood once. What is Durood? Sallallahu ala Muhammad. As-salatu was-salamu alayka ya Rasulullah. These are Durood. So whoever is Sallallahu ala Muhammad once, what happens? He gets 10 good deeds. His rank in the court of Allah Azza wa Jalla is raised 10 times and 10 of his sins are forgiven. Sallu ala al-Habib, sallallahu ta'ala ala Muhammad, sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. My dear Islam brothers, make it a habit that within our busy daily routines, when we spend hours in our jobs, with our children, with our families, dedicate a time to reciting Durood and Salam upon the Prophet sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. Even if it's 5 minutes, 10 minutes, you will see the benefits and blessings of that Durood in your life and in the Akhirah as well. Just 5 minutes in a day. That this time for me reciting Durood upon the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. It's also mentioned the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam said that the one who has forgotten to recite Durood upon me, he has forgotten the way to Jannah. So we think that we are Muslims, we read namaz, we read Hajj. Remember there's different types of people. It's not off the topic, but quickly inshallah. That we think that we are Muslims today, that we are going to die as Muslims. We were going to go to Jannah. Remember there are different types of people. One is that person who was born a non-Muslim, he lived his life as a non-Muslim and he dies as a non-Muslim. One was that person who was born a non-Muslim, he lived his life as a non-Muslim, but he died as a Muslim. Then just before he died, he read the Kalima. He did an act which he came into Iman, into faith. Third is that person who was born a Muslim, lived his life as a Muslim and he died as a Muslim. Very fortunate person. And the fourth person is, which is the most scariest thing is, he was born as a Muslim, he lived his life as a Muslim, but he died as a non-Muslim. At the time of death is mentioned, Shaitan comes to us at the time of death. And if your parents have passed away before you, he comes in the form of your parents. So if your mother or your father has passed away, he'll come to you as your mother. He'll say, Beta, I've gone before you. I've seen the afterlife. Reject Islam. Islam is not the right religion. Accept Christianity. Accept Judaism. And the person who has weak Iman, who does not know about the fits of death, at the time of death, he lived all of his life as a Muslim. He went to Hajj, he gives zakat, he read namaz, but at the time of death, he will lose his Iman. And the ulama, the scholars say that if a person doesn't fear about, is not scared about losing his Iman, losing his faith at the time of death, there is a fear that he will lose his Iman at the time of death. Don't think today that me and you are Muslims, reading namaz whenever we feel like it, that everything's hunky-dory, we're going to go to Jannah. No. You must do them things to secure your Iman at the time of death. Read your namaz, be attached to the Quran. Do the things which Islam tells us to do, otherwise there is a fear at the time of death we lose our Iman. Let's move to the topic of today. First, let's make some good intentions. The Prophet ﷺ said that the intention of a believer is better than his actions. So we all came here today, but many of us, for example, if we didn't make any good intentions, we came here because Qasim Bhai called us, we'll go, we'll sit down, we'll have some food at the end and we'll go home. If that's our intention, you won't get any reward for this. The Prophet ﷺ said the intention of a believer is better than his actions. What is our intention? That we came here for the pleasure of Allah Azza wa Jal. We'll come here, we'll learn some knowledge of Islam, some ilm al-deen. We'll learn about the life of the Prophet ﷺ. We'll meet brothers, we'll give salam to them. The more intentions you make, the more reward you'll get. Remember, the life of a Muslim, from the time when you wake up, from the time you go to sleep, every second of yours should be ibadat. Every single second should be ibadah for you. Islam is not just namaz, hajj, zakat, go to perform umrah and that's it. No. Islam is a complete way of life. From the time when you wake up, you read the du'as. Even when you go to the bathroom, there's a dua to read before you go into the bathroom. There's a dua to read when you come out of the bathroom. Before you eat, make good intentions that the energy I will get from this food, I will use to do ibadat of Allah Azza wa Jal. I will use to earn rizq halal for my family. I will do khidmat of my parents. I will get energy to read namaz. Even to the extent that when you're walking on the street, walk how the Prophet ﷺ walked. How did he talk? Talk how he talked. Every single, when you look in the mirror, there's a dua to read. Don't waste your time. Before you do any act, make a good intention. Take 1 second, then why am I doing this act? I'm going to eat food, why? What am I going to get from this food? Energy to do ibadat. When you play with your children, it's sunnah to play with your children. Every single act of your life should be ibadat for you. But if you wake up in the morning, you spend your whole day working and your whole night eating and sleeping, and you didn't make any good intentions, then it's useless for you. What's the difference between us and animals? Animals live all their life, they have children, they die, they eat, they sleep. What's the difference between us and them? The difference is we have iman, we have faith, we have Islam, we have sunnah of the Prophet ﷺ, which is the topic of today. Qasim Bhai picked a very broad topic, seerah of the Prophet Muhammad ﷺ. This, if you talk for every day of your life, till the time you die, you cannot do justice to the topic of the seerah of Prophet Muhammad ﷺ. Such a broad topic. From there I picked today that we will talk about the character of the Prophet ﷺ, and have the intention that whatever we learn, we'll put that into us and we will implement that in our life, and inshallah we will take something from the character of the Prophet ﷺ into our lives as well. This is how we should be as Muslims. When you love somebody, you copy their actions. Like you see children, who will they copy? Their parents. Why? Because they love them, that's their role model for them. And the Quran tells us our role model is who? The Prophet ﷺ. But unfortunately, because we are far away from the deen, then our children's role models are who? The footballers, the cricketers, the musicians, the pop stars, the millionaires, that's their... Because why? Because that's what we see on the TV one day. That's what we have made to be their role models. But the Quran tells us the role model is who? The Prophet ﷺ. Let's go and learn some events of the life of the Prophet ﷺ and have the intention that we implement that in our life. So once the Prophet ﷺ, he sold some dates to somebody. This person's name was Zayd bin Sunnah. So the Prophet ﷺ sold some dates to Zayd bin Sunnah, and a delivery time was given. That after, for example, 30 days, you will get the dates. That's the delivery time. They agreed this is the delivery time. Before 30 days, for example, 20 days came, this man Zayd bin Sunnah, he came to the Prophet ﷺ, and he started shouting at the Prophet and grabbing his clothes, saying, "Give me my dates. I bought dates from you, give me my dates." The date, when was the date was agreed? At a certain time. But he came before the time. The Prophet ﷺ was with his companions at that time, with the Sahaba. They were saying, "Who are you to come to the Prophet to come and ask for your dates back at this time? Your date was agreed at that time, thus you'll get paid then." Sayyidina Umar Farooq radiallahu ta'ala, this man was so aggressive, and he saw him pulling the clothes of the Prophet ﷺ. He said, "Oh enemy of Allah, if the Prophet was not here, I would have taken your head off with my sword." And the Prophet, Sayyidina Umar Farooq radiallahu ta'ala, became so angry. What did the Prophet ﷺ do? He didn't say nothing to Zayd bin Sunnah. He said, "Oh Umar, what are you doing? What should you be doing? You should be telling him to speak to me politely and telling me to pay back his dates." Sayyidina Umar was saying, "Ya Rasulullah, that he's out of order. Why is he coming to you early and in front of all of your companions, shouting at you and pulling your clothes? Who is he? Does he know who you are?" But the Prophet ﷺ said to him, "Oh Umar, go and give the dates back, how much dates was agreed, give it to him, and give him extra dates as well." So when Sayyidina Umar Farooq radiallahu ta'ala, he saw this, he got dates and he gave extra dates. This Zayd bin Sunnah, he says, "Oh Umar, why are you giving me extra dates?" He says that the Prophet ﷺ saying that I made you angry, I shouted at you, and I said that I will take your head off. So to make you happy, I will give you extra dates. So this Zayd bin Sunnah, he says, "Oh Umar, do you know who I am?" He says, "I am Zayd bin Sunnah, the scholar of the Torah." He was a scholar of his time, the scholar of the Jews. Umar Farooq said to him that, "You are the scholar of the Jews and you're talking to the Prophet like this. Haven't you read in your books about our Prophet ﷺ?" Zayd bin Sunnah says, "I have read about your Prophet. I have read about the Prophet ﷺ." So he said, "Why are you behaving like this then? Why are you doing this act?" He said, "The reason is, all the signs I have read in the Torah about the Prophet ﷺ, the final Prophet, I have seen all of them in Muhammad ﷺ except for two. I haven't seen two things on him. And I behaved like this towards him to see, to test, is he the actual Prophet? Are these true signs? Will I see them as well? What were they? He said, I saw, I tested him. First was that his politeness will always remain dominant. That whatever happens, he'll be polite. And second, when he is treated with ignorance and evilness, his politeness was increasing even more. That when somebody is being bad to him, when somebody is being evil to him, his politeness, his character will get even better. He says, O Umar, I testify that I have seen now these two signs in Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. He said, I am Zayd bin Salah. Remember, I am a very rich man. I give half of my wealth to the ummah of the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. And he went to the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam and he accepted Islam. And he became a Muslim. Why? Because of the character of the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Today, how are we? Somebody comes to us in our business and we agree to pay them back after 30 days. And he comes back to us after 20 days and say, give me my money back. What do? We start swearing at him. So who are you? We agreed 30 days and you get paid in 30 days. Don't come to me before your money is the time agreed. But this was the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Even when this Zayd bin Salah, he acted wrongly. He was out of order. He came early for his money. But the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam still gave him extra. And because of his character, this man accepted Islam. I ask you, my dear Islam brothers, because of our character, are people coming close to Islam or people going far away from Islam? Look to yourself in this country. You turn on the radio, the TV, you open the newspapers against the Muslims. Why? Who's to blame? I ask you, who's to blame for the state of this ummah today? And the issue the Muslims are facing? It's me and you. When you point at somebody, you point to, how many fingers come back at you? 3 fingers come back at you. It's us. Because we have forgotten the Quran today. We have forgotten the Sunnah of the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. We have forgotten what a Muslim is. We've got Muslim names. We read namaz every now and then and we think that we're a very good Muslim. No. This is why, because people used to accept Islam just by looking at people. Looking at awliya Allah, looking at the Sahaba, looking at the pious people. How much nur they had on their face. The way they used to be in business. The way they used to be honest. People used to accept Islam. Now the most dishonest is who? The Muslim. The most rude people are who? The Muslims. The most violent people are who? The Muslims. And then we blame others that, oh, they are against Islam today. They are doing propaganda against the Muslims. We need to look in the mirror, my dear Muslims. The reason why I picked this topic was character of the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. We need to have that character in us. As I said, you can read all the namaz you want. Go to Hajj, go to Zakat. But until we are not true Muslims, true believers, we cannot gain the true essence of Islam. Don't look at somebody outwardly. Don't look at somebody because he hasn't got a beard. He's not wearing the imamah. Doesn't matter. Look at his character. If you really want to see somebody, look at his character. How does he talk? How is he when he's doing business? How is he with his parents? How is he with his family? How is he with his friends? That shows us a true Muslim. Look at people's character. Look at people's inner. And when you talk to somebody, your inner character should be coming out. This is what Islam teaches us. And today we hear about women's rights, parents' rights, neighbors' rights, and we say it's because of this UK, this country, that we are given so much rights. All these rights were given to us by Islam. Before Islam, women were buried alive. Women were property to be traded with. Islam gave women's rights. Once the Prophet ﷺ was just finished from a battle, the Battle of Hunayn. He just finished the battle, and he's with his companions. Obviously, they're discussing what happened in the battle. And Sayyidina Halima Sadiya, his mother came, his milk mother. Not his real mother, his milk mother. Halima Sadiya was that lady who took the Prophet ﷺ when he was born and took him out of Makkah to bring him up properly. That was you could say, the way of time that time, the way people lived. The people used to send their children out of Makkah because one, it was less polluted, there was a better environment there, more better spoken Arabic there, so they sent their people out of Makkah to bring up their children. So once Halima Sadiya came, this is many years down the line, Halima Sadiya came when the Prophet ﷺ was just finished from a battle. What did the Prophet ﷺ do? He had a cloak, a chadar on. He took his chadar and he put it down. He made Halima Sadiya sit there. He didn't speak to anybody else while Halima Sadiya was there. All his companions there, he didn't speak to anybody else. He gave his full attention to Sayyidina Halima Sadiya. However long she sat there, he didn't ever talk to his companions. Why? That was his mother. Not even his real mother, his milk mother. And he said he spent a long time with her. When she left, he gave her many gifts. And he walked with her far away. He walked with her to let her go off. What was the Prophet ﷺ showing? The right of a mother. Not a mother, just a milk mother. What would be the right of our mothers? I'll give you an example. For example, we're sitting here, we're friends. And my mum walks in the door. What would I say? Mum, I'm with my friends at the moment. Give me some time. I'll speak to you later, mum. No, this is not what Islam says. Islam says that leave everybody else and give attention to your mother. And the Prophet ﷺ showed us that this is how you should be with your mother. If this is the right of a milk mother who just gave milk to the Prophet, what would be the right of our real mothers? And today we think it's alright to swear out our mums, don't talk to them, don't spend time with them. We've got our own children now, we're big now, we don't need our mothers. Remember, my dear said, mothers, sometimes the ibadat you do for 50 years is on one side, and one dua for mothers on another side. The rights. Today we have problems. We go to the imams of the masjid. We go to Peer Sahibs. We go to people who we think are pious. But they said, mothers, get dua from your mothers. Dua of a mother can take somebody to become an awliya Allah of his time. That's a separate topic for a separate day. The rights of a mother. But next time you're in trouble, next time you need a dua, next time you need help, don't go anywhere else. Go and kiss the feet of your mother. The Prophet ﷺ said, the one who kissed the feet of his mother is like he kissed the doorstep of Jannah. Can you imagine? If somebody said to us, go and kiss the doorstep of Jannah, we'll all run. If I say to you, kiss this door, it's like kissing the door of Jannah, we'll all go. The Prophet ﷺ has told us, if you want to kiss the doorstep of Jannah, and the Jannah is way under the feet of the mother. This is the same to tell us the right of our mothers. Ask those who don't have mothers today, what could you do if you could turn time back? How would you do khidmat of their mothers? This mother, Maria is a very special person in our life. But today we don't give time to our mothers. We give time to our friends, to our colleagues, to our brothers, to everybody. The last person is who we've got time for today is our mothers. This is the Prophet ﷺ showing. Just imagine in front of all of his companions, sitting there just giving time to his mother. So then first I'll give you an example how the Prophet was when he was training with dates. When somebody wronged to him, he still was polite. Now I told you the rights of a mother, a milk mother. Let's move on. The Prophet ﷺ was asked, what are the rights of a wife? How are we today with our wives? What's our wife's job today? In the kitchen, cook, clean, bring up children, that's it. She shouldn't talk too much to us. She shouldn't be in our affairs and our business. The Prophet ﷺ asked, now what is the right of a wife? How should we be with our wives? The hadith mentions, the Prophet ﷺ said, when he eats, he should also feed her. So what you eat, feed her like that as well. Not that we go to the high-fly restaurants with our mates and she's at home feeding whatever's left. No. Her right is that whatever you eat that. Whatever you wear, she should wear the same. So if you want to wear the nice garments, the nice jackets, you have to buy her the same as well. It's her right. It's not that you wear a £500 jacket and she's going to the local charity shop and buying clothes. No. Whatever you eat, feed her the same. Don't hit her. Don't call her ugly. And if you dislike her something in her, look for something better that you like. If you dislike one quality, maybe you don't like something in her, but look at the things that you like in her. You might dislike one thing, but you like 10 things in her. This is Islam. The Prophet ﷺ said, the best of you is who is best to his family, and I am the best amongst you to my family. Who is the best people? The best of you is those who is best to his family. Today we were outside, we go to the masjid. MashaAllah, Raja Sahib is here, Chaudhry Sahib is here, Haji Sahib is here. To our friends, we're very good. When we go home, we shout at our kids. We shout at our children. We're not polite to our children. The Prophet ﷺ used to be polite to children. Just the way he used to talk, how we talk to our elders, he used to talk to children politely. Politely to his wife. The Prophet ﷺ used to help out in the housework, in the cleaning, in the cooking. How many of us do that today? No, I'm a big man. I can't do cleaning. I can't do cooking. I'm a big man. After all, my job is to go out there and earn money. No, this was the Prophet ﷺ. The best of you is those who are best to his family. You can be what you like outside. The people who really know you are the ones who live with you daily, what you really like. That's a fake person who goes outside, is good with his friends, good with all the people in the masjid, in the community, And when he comes home, his parents are depressed with him. His parents say, oh, why is he home again? Look at his character again. No. We go to our friends, we give time to our friends. When it comes home to our brothers and sisters, we abuse them, we beat them. This is not what Islam teaches us. Sallu ala al-Habib, sallallahu ta'ala ala Muhammad, sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. So I'm taking snippets from different parts of the Prophet sallallahu alayhi wa sallam's life. So we've done business, we've done mother, we've done wife. Now let's go to the neighbors. How was the Prophet sallallahu alayhi wa sallam with his neighbors? Today, if we have an argument with our neighbor, we never talk to them again. You know, he's done something wrong, we never speak to them again. Many of us, we don't even know our neighbors' names. The Prophet ﷺ had a neighbor, a non-Muslim neighbor, who was an old lady. What did she used to do? In a way, she used to hate the Prophet ﷺ. She used to get rubbish every day and put it in the house of the Prophet ﷺ in his garden. Can you imagine your neighbor every day getting rubbish and putting it into your garden? What would you do? You'd get over there and get ready to knock them out. You knock them, who are you to, come and throw rubbish in my garden? The Prophet ﷺ every day used to clean it up and throw it away. He never even asked him, why do you do it, why do you do this? Every day, get the rubbish and just throw it away. One day came that lady, she didn't throw rubbish in the garden. So every day she used to do it. One day she didn't throw rubbish in the garden. What did the Prophet ﷺ do? He went to her house. He said, are you feeling okay today? Every day you throw rubbish, today you haven't thrown rubbish. Are you feeling right today? Can you imagine that? Just because of this, she thought to herself, wow, look at this man. I throw rubbish every day and he's never come to my house to complain. And today I didn't throw rubbish, he's come to my house to ask why I haven't done it. And she wasn't well that day. That's why she didn't throw rubbish. The Prophet ﷺ went to go ask her about her health. Are you okay? She said, look at this man. What a great character. That I throw rubbish in his garden every day and he's come to see how I am. Because of this she accepted Islam. That woman who used to hate the Prophet ﷺ, who used to throw rubbish in his garden, today she's accepting Islam. Again, how many people are coming to Islam because of mine and your character? And how many people see us, they know we're a Muslim and they run away from us? You know, in the UK, 10,000 people leave Islam every year. 10,000 people leave Islam. Can you believe that? A lot of them are youth. Because of, they see these things. And look, Muslims are known as terrorists today. Muslims are known for being dishonest today. Muslims are known for being violent today. Muslims are known for bad character today. So they leave Islam. And they have so many questions which we can't answer. Where is Allah? For example, if your child comes to you and says, where is Allah? What does Allah look like? Somebody came to me once and says that, if there was Allah, then why is there violence in the world? Why is there so much fighting in the world? And many of our parents, unfortunately, we don't have answers for this. Dad says, oh, chup kar, beta, sit down. And why are you asking silly questions for? Just sitting them down and making them quiet is taking them away from Islam. Never say to them, be quiet. If you don't know the answer, take them to somebody who does know the answer. Take them to an alim, a scholar, who will know the answer. The rights of our neighbors. The Prophet ﷺ said, the best neighbor in the sight of Allah is that person who is the well-wisher to his neighbor, who looks after his neighbors, who cares for them. When Eid comes, send something around for them, a box of chocolates. Every now and then, go and see them. Are you okay? Even if they're non-Muslims, I've just come to see, are you okay today? It's been a long time I haven't seen you, especially if they're elderly. I'm just making sure you're alright. You'll see, they will come. That's what the sense of community. This is what Islam teaches us. The Prophet ﷺ said, whoever causes harm to his neighbor, he has caused harm to me. And whoever causes harm to me, has caused harm to Allah. Can you imagine that? Whoever causes harm to his neighbor has caused harm to me, him sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, and whoever has caused harm to me has caused harm to Allah. So don't think that we can read our namaz and hajj and zakat and we can carry on doing all these bad things to our neighbors, to our relatives, to our parents, to our wives, and we're going to get Jannah. No. Character, akhlaq. The best of character was him sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. This is what we need to put into our lives. This is the purpose of these gatherings. I could have come here and done a great beyond on anything. You would have said, wow, what a beautiful speech. But what take away things from these gatherings? This is the purpose of Dawat Islami. Take away. Many things in life is that we get into arguments. That, for example, he's wrong. Me and customer have an argument, I'll give you an example. And he is wrong, I'm right. I know I'm right. I'm saying, no, he's wrong. I'm never going to speak to him again. After that, our relationship breaks. This is not what Islam teaches us. Islam teaches us, if somebody else is right, you should be the better person, go to them. There's a beautiful hadith of the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. I'll go to that inshallah. The Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam said, whoever likes that a palace be built for him in Jannah, whoever wants a palace in Jannah, what should he do? And his ranks be elevated, and he should forgive the one who oppresses him. Somebody is bad to you, oppresses you, forgive him. Islam doesn't teach that he does wrong to you, you do double wrong to him. He punched me once, I'm going to punch him twice. He said something to my dad, what should I do to him? No. Islam teaches the one who oppresses you, forgive them. Bestow upon those who deprive you. Somebody has taken away something from you. I've taken something from you. Give more to him. Islam doesn't say, I've taken £100 from you, go and take £200 from me. Give them more. Somebody has taken something from you. Something has taken my right from me. Bestow them. Give them more. Somebody is wrong to you, be good to them. Somebody takes from you, give to them. And he should establish relations with the one who breaks off ties with him. This is a very hard thing to do. Somebody has broken off a tie with you, he doesn't want to talk to you. Islam says you go to them. He doesn't want to talk to you anymore. Islam says go to them. Say, brother, okay, I'm sorry. Even if he was wrong, Islam says you go and apologize. He's trying to break relations with you, you go to them more. This is our deen, my dear Islam. This is Islam today. Not two wrongs never make a right. Two wrongs never make a right. So if he does wrong, what do? You be the better person. This is what Islam teaches us. So it's mentioned the Prophet ﷺ used to help out in the housework. Sayyidah Aisha narrates this beautiful hadith that the Prophet ﷺ used to accept the invitation of poor people, even if they invited him for rough bread. He used to go, somebody poor used to invite, somebody poor invites us today. For example, we go back home to Pakistan and a homeless guy invites us to come and have dinner with me. How many of us will go? What's he going to give to us? He hasn't even got a house. The Prophet ﷺ used to go and accept the invitation of poor people. Even if they gave him a rough bread, he would sit with the poor and destitute people when they were sick, and would humbly sit with them and talk with them, with the Sahaba. When he found out a poor person was sick, he was going to sit with them. If we find out today somebody poor, a homeless man is sick, what do? Leave him, man, he might have a disease. You know, he might have illness, he might give it to us as well. When the Prophet ﷺ used to find out somebody was poor, he would go and sit with them. He would accept the invitations. And what would he do? He would sit with them for hours and talk to them. Once there was a lady who was known as a crazy lady. All of the people of Medina, nobody used to speak to her. She was old, she's mentally unwell. The Prophet ﷺ was giving a bayan, a speech in a big gathering. This lady, she comes to the door and she says this to the Prophet ﷺ, that come. Can you imagine? Mental lady coming, like she comes into this door. The Prophet ﷺ goes to her. She takes the Prophet ﷺ outside in the heat, so no shelter. And she talks to him for hours and hours and hours, and the Prophet ﷺ just sits there listening. He comes back and says, Umar Farooq radiallahu ta'ala says, Ya Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, that lady, she's crazy. Your time is so valuable, so important. Your body is so valuable. You're standing outside in the heat. You know, you've got so many, you're so busy. Don't give time to her. Why are you giving time to her? And nobody in Medina talks to her. She's crazy, she's mental. What did the Prophet ﷺ reply? Oh Umar, if all of the people of Medina don't talk to her, shall I not talk to her as well? If I don't talk to her, who's going to talk to her? This was the Prophet ﷺ. If our neighbor talks to us for hours on end, what do? We know that he or she is a bit crazy. He's going to speak to us for 10 minutes. We'll cross the road, we'll go the different way. You know, don't talk to him, you know, he's going to waste our time. No. Islam teaches us, sit there and listen to them. Just by you listening to somebody for 10 minutes, it could take a whole weight off their shoulders, my dear Islamists. The issue with us is that we are far away from the seerah of the Prophet ﷺ. We don't know how he was. There is no personality who is written about, talked about, mentioned more than the Prophet ﷺ. How many books are written about him? But how many of us have got time to read about the seerah of the Prophet ﷺ? There are so many hadiths. Time is very short, obviously you can't go through everything, but here's like others. But just a few things about being polite and what Islam says about being polite, and I'll finish on this inshallah. The Holy Prophet ﷺ said, whatever things possesses politeness gets beautified. And from whatever thing it is taken out, makes that thing ugly. Whatever thing has politeness, whatever person has polite, he gets beautified. And whoever hasn't got polite, whoever hasn't got manners, he becomes ugly. A believer who creates easiness is polite just like a camel with a rein. When you pull it, it gets pulled. And when you make it sit on a cliff, it sits there. Be easy for people. Somebody invites you, come. Somebody invites you, ready and go there. If you say sit down, you sit down. If you stand up, you stand up. If it's not against the Sharia, then follow it. Be easy for people. Be easy. Create easiness for people. Don't create hardship for people, for your neighbors. You see something in the path, remove it. Create easiness for the Muslims. And don't create hardships. And don't be hard-hearted towards Muslims. Be the one who people know that this guy, he does things for the community. He does things for his neighbors. He does things for his family. But ask yourself, what do people know us for? People might know us for money. People might know us for wealth, because we're famous, because we've got a good job. How many people know us that we do good things for other people? That this guy, mashallah, he does good things for his community. He does good things for his neighbors. He does good things for his family. And if we haven't got no good character, or people don't say good about it, it's a thing to worry. Once the Prophet ﷺ was in a place and a janazah went by. And people started saying bad things about him, about that person who was dead. The Prophet ﷺ said, wajabat. It's become wajib upon him. Then another janazah came by. People started saying good things about him. The Prophet ﷺ said, wajabat. It's become wajib upon him. The Sahaba asked him, what do you mean, Ya Rasulullah? When the one person came, you said wajabat. When the other one came, you said wajabat. He said, when the first one came and people said bad things about him, I said, Jahannam has become wajib upon him. Hell has become wajib upon him. People say bad things, he's going to a bad place. When the second one came, people said good things about him, Jannat became wajib upon him. Because people said good. If people say you are good when you leave the dunya, you go to a good place. If people say you are bad, you go to a bad place. I ask you, I ask myself, what do people say about us? He's stubborn. He's arrogant. He thinks he's got money. He doesn't have got time for anybody else. He's only about himself. He's selfish. What do people say about us? I understand, brothers, for the Day of Judgment, that it's a very hard time. That people, your mother, your father, your children, that we're doing everything for today. On the Day of Qiyamah, a mother will come to her child and say, Beta, I fed you, I clothed you, I done everything. Give me one good deed. The person will say, Mom, today I'm in so much trouble myself, I can't give you one good deed. The son will go to his parents, the dad, Mom, give me just one good deed. He said, I can't give you one good deed today. People will be drowning in their sweat. That's how hot it will be. The floor will be made of copper. Today, the ground, it absorbs heat. It absorbs water. That day, it will be copper. It won't absorb anything. It's mentioned that 70 yards, up to 70 yards sweat, the ground will absorb on the Day of Judgment. After that, it will stop absorbing. People will be drowning in their sweat. Ask yourself, are we ready for that day? Today, the sun is hundreds and thousands of miles away, and the back of the sun is towards us. On the Day of Judgment, the sun will be just over a mile away from us, and the front of it will be towards us. That's how hot it will be. What have we prepared for that day? We think that we can have bad character, abuse people, swear, not read namaz, not follow Islam, and we're going to be alright. No. Your real home is that under the ground, my dear Islamites, in your cupboard, your grave. Today, build your nice houses, have nice cars. But what's going to happen to these nice houses? 50 years, 60 years down the line, where is it going to be? When you go to the grave, the person will ask, where's my money? Where's my family? Where's my wealth? They will say, everything has been left behind, only your deeds have come with you. We say we're very busy today. We haven't got time to read namaz. We haven't got time for Quran. When was the last time we opened the Quran? Then we say we're good Muslims. How many things? We got to have one job, we got a few children. Look at the Prophet ﷺ, how busy was he? He was a prophet, he was a preacher, he was an imam, he was a father, he was a husband, he was a warrior, he was a leader of the army. He was a businessman. He used to do business as well. He used to preach to people. So many things, my dear Islamic brothers, he had, but he still had time for everything. He had time for his deen. He had time for people. He had time for the poor people. But who have we got time for today? Me. Money. As long as the money is coming in, I've got a good job, good house, that's it. My dear Islamic brothers, prepare for your afterlife. This life is very short. The purpose of doing such gatherings is to take something from here. Everything will be left behind. The coffin, the shroud which you go with, it has no pockets. Why has it got no pockets? Because you take nothing with you. Whatever you do here, these are the beads you show here, the seeds. The seeds you sow tomorrow, that's the crop you'll get out. This life, 60, 70, 80, if you're lucky you get to 100. Look at those people who have been in their graves. Where are the people of Nuh alayhi salam, Prophet Nuh, Ibrahim alayhi salam? Where are these people today? Where are their qawms? Where? One day, you'll be forgotten. How many of us know our grandfathers' names? Most of us. How many know our great-great-grandfathers' names? None of us. Or great-great-grandfathers' names? None of us know. Why? Because we have forgotten them. We don't know where their graves are. One day will come and people will forget us as well. Our graves will be forgotten, our names will be forgotten. Do things that will benefit you today in this dunya. And inshallah in the akhirah, there will be that's the eternal life. This life is a prison for us. Why? We are restricted. Don't look at this. Don't eat this. Don't listen to this. Don't go there. So many things we can't do. This life for us is a prison. And for the non-believers, it's Jannah for them. It's paradise for them. They can eat what they want, drink what they want, go where they want, do whatever they want. Why? Because our Jannah is waiting somewhere else for us. Then have restrictions here, and in the afterlife you will see peace, inshallah. I pray to Allah Azza wa Jalla, whatever we have learned today, may we act upon that, may we pass on to others, may we have passion to learn our deen and the seerah of the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, and may we implement it in our lives as well, and teach our children about these things. My dear Islam brothers, teach your children about the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. If you want them to be true Ashiq Rasul, true lovers of the Prophet, teach them from a young age. Everything is written. How did he walk? How did he talk? How did he sleep? How did he eat? It's all been mentioned. Implement this in your life today, and inshallah your tomorrow will be successful. If you think that I don't need to teach my children anything, I'll send them to the masjid for an hour and it's okay. I'll be in my taxi, I'll be in my job, and tomorrow these children won't even raise hands for you when you die. Then how are these children going to benefit you? So I pray to Allah Azza wa Jal, He gives us the ability to be pious and practicing Muslims. Whatever we learn today, may we act upon it and pass it on to others. Ameen. Bijahi Nabil Ameen. Sallallahu ta'ala alayhi wa sallam. Sallu ala al-Habib. Sallallahu ta'ala alayhi wa sallam. Let's do dua inshallah. Ameen. Alhamdulillahi Rabbil Alameen. Wa salatu wa salamu ala sayyidil anbiya wal mursaleen. Allahumma rabbana gfir li wa li walidayya wa lil mu'minina yawma yakum al-hisab. اللهم ربنا آتنا في الدنيا حسنة وفي الآخرة حسنة وقنا عذاب النار وقنا عذاب القبر وقنا عذاب الحشر وقنا حساب الميزان. Ya Allah Azza wa Jalla, whatever we have learned today, Ya Allah, the time that we have spent to come into your path, accept this from us. Ya Allah, if there's any mistakes we made, forgive us. Ya Allah Azza wa Jalla, give us the ability to keep coming to such gatherings to learn about our deen. Ya Allah Azza wa Jalla, all of our lives we have been committing sin. Ya Allah Azza wa Jalla, you know the sins that we have committed openly. You know the sins that we have committed secretly behind the closed doors. Ya Allah, we thought nobody was looking, but whatever you were looking. Ya Allah Azza wa Jalla, forgive all of our major and minor sins. Ya Allah Azza wa Jalla, change all of our sins into good deeds. Mawla, if you do not forgive us, what will happen to us? Ya Allah, where else do we go? There is nowhere else for us to turn, Mawla. Ya Allah Azza wa Jalla, forgive all of our major and minor sins. Ya Allah, forgive our parents, forgive our children, forgive the whole ummah of the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Give us the ability to be pious and practicing Muslims. Ya Allah Azza wa Jalla, give us the ability to bring our children up according to Islam. Ya Allah, give us the ability to prepare for our death. Ya Allah Azza wa Jalla, whatever we learned in the bayan today about the seerah of the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, give us the ability to implement that in our life as well. Ya Allah Azza wa Jalla, all those who are ill, give them shifa. All those in hospitals, give them shifa.
Ameen.
Ya Allah Azza wa Jalla, Qasim Bhai arranges his gatherings. Ya Allah Azza wa Jalla, bless his home, bless his family and his children as well. Ya Allah, give him barakah and blessings in his rizq as well. Ya Allah, give us all the ability to hold such gatherings in our house as well. Ya Allah, Ya Allah Azza wa Jalla, Qasim Bhai tries. Ya Allah, he invites people, accept all of his and his family's efforts as well. Ya Allah Azza wa Jalla, give us the ability to do deen work in Koori as well. Give us the ability, all of the ability to invite others to such gatherings as well. Ya Allah Azza wa Jalla, all those who are studying, give them success in their exams. Ya Allah, those who are looking for marriages, grant them pious partners. Ya Allah, those who do not have children, grant them pious offspring. Ya Allah, those who do have children, make them obedient to their parents. Ya Allah, give us all the ability to earn rizq halal and stay away from rizq haram. Ya Allah Azza wa Jal, bless all of our rizq, Mawla. Give us such enough halal rizq that we never look at earning haram rizq, Ya Allah. Ya Allah, you know everybody's name, you know everybody's du'as, accept everybody's name and jaiz du'as. Ya Allah, the ulama, the sunnah, the mashayikh, and the sunnah, keep the shadows upon us. Ya Allah, give Dawat Islami every success, Ya Allah, in all the projects that we are doing. Give us the ability to do all of the projects of Dawat Islam in our local area as well. Accept all of our make and jaiz du'as. Wa sallallahu ala habibi Sayyidina Muhammad wa alihi wa ashabihi ajma'een. Ya Allah Azza wa Jalla, for as long as we live, let us live in Islam. Ya Allah, when we die, save us from the tricks of shaitan and let us die in Iman. Wa sallallahu ala habibi Sayyidina Muhammad wa alihi wa ashabihi ajma'een. برحمتك يا أرحم الراحمين بحق لا إله إلا الله محمد رسول الله صلى الله عليه وسلم.
ایک دفعہ فاتح شریف پڑھ لیں سب کے لیے جو لوگ یونیورسٹی چلے گئے ہیں.
Inshallah, let's everybody read Surah Fatiha once, Surah Ikhlas 3 times. Alhamdulillah Rabbil Alamin Ar-Rahman Ar-Rahim Alhamdulillah Rabbil Alamin wa salatu wa salamu ala Sayyidil Anbiya wal Mursalin. Allah Azza wa Jalla, we have read Surah Fatiha, Surah Ikhlas. If there's any mistakes, please forgive us. Allah, we present it to the court of your Prophet sallallahu alayhi wa sallam as a hadiah, as a gift. Allah, accept this from us. We present this into all of the mu'mineen, mu'minat, muslimin, muslimat from the time of Adam alayhi salam till today. All those Muslims who have passed away, we present this as Islam swab to them. Accept this from us. Now, especially all those of our family members, our fathers, our forefathers, our cousins, our children, all those who have passed away, Ya Allah, we present this as Islam swab to them. Accept this from us. Ya Allah Azza wa Jalla, forgive all of their major and minor sins. Ya Allah, make all of their graves from amongst the gardens of Jannah. Ya Allah Azza wa Jalla, fill their graves with nur. Give them the intercession of the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, and give them all a place in Jannah for those next to the beloved Habib sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Give us the ability to prepare for our akhirah and our death as well. When we die, Ya Allah, save us from the punishment of the grave as well. Give us a place in Jannah next to your beloved Habib sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Wa sallallahu ala habibi Sayyidina Muhammad wa alihi wa ashabihi ajma'een. Rahmatika ya arhamar rahimin. Shall we read a few Islam, shall we?
Yeah.
پارے پارے میں لکھا محمد کا نام. پارے پارے میں لکھا محمد کا نام. کملی والے محمد پہ لاکھوں سلام. مصطفیٰ جان رحمت پہ لاکھوں سلام. شمع بز میں ہدایت پہ لاکھوں سلام. ہم کہیں یا نبی وہ کہیں امتی. ہم کہیں یا نبی وہ کہیں امتی. امتی تیری قسمت پہ لاکھوں سلام. مصطفیٰ جان رحمت پہ لاکھوں سلام. شمع بز میں ہدایت پہ لاکھوں سلام. السلام اے سبز گنبد کے مقیم السلام رحمت للعالمین دست بستہ کھڑے آقا تیرے حاضر غلام اور پیش کرتے ہیں غلامانہ سلام.
Let's do the dua for finishing the gathering. سبحانك اللهم
سبحانك اللهم
وبحمدك لا إله إلا أنت
لا إله إلا أنت
أستغفرك
أستغفرك
وأتوب إليك.
وأتوب إليك.
سبحان ربك رب العزة عما يصفون والسلام على المرسلين والحمد لله رب العالمين بحق لا إله إلا الله محمد رسول الله صلى الله عليه وسلم.